Well, hey everybody, Andy Kvernen here with another Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. When I think back to my spiritual experience, one of the really significant times in my life was in college. And when I was in college, I joined an organization called Cru, and Cru is primarily made up of those who raise support in order to serve on campuses in the name of Jesus to reach college students for Christ. And their philosophy, their goal was to impact the next generation by reaching those who were on the college campus and who would be future leaders for the glory in the name of Jesus. And I was really impacted by my experience with Cru. I was discipled. I had a discipler named Kurt, and we hung out together. I was influenced by our campus director, Derek Groh, and Derek spoke into my life in a lot of ways and varying stages, and both Kurt and Derek were support raised, and my wife was discipled, Christy, by somebody with Cru, and she and I met through our experience at Cru, and so grateful for the impact that organization had on me. And here now, I've had the privilege of serving in the church for several years, in part because of how God used those support raised missionaries to make an impact in my life. And now Christy and I, for several years, have supported many missionaries in light of that and because of that, and we're grateful to be able to do that. And I'm reminded of our philosophy for mission here, our approach, our strategy here at Cornerstone is to support missionaries, to connect people to missions, and then to send people into the world. And I'm so excited about that. And in our daily Bible reading for today, in the book of 3 John, we come to a passage where John is encouraging Gaius about his and the church's support of those missionaries that are going about sharing the gospel in the first century. And I want you to listen in on verse 5. He says, "Dear friend, you're faithful in what you're doing for the brothers and sisters, even though they're strangers to you. They've told the church about your love. Please send them on their way in a manner that honors God. It was for the sake of the name that they went out, receiving no help from the pagans. We ought therefore to show hospitality to such people so that we may work together for the truth." There's a lot in that passage, but friends, notice he's talking to Gaius, he's talking to his friend, and saying, hey, Gaius, you're faithful in what you're doing for these brothers and sisters, even though they're strangers to you. He's commending Gaius. Hey, good job. You're supporting these people who are going out in my name. And then he says in verse 8, we ought to show hospitality to such people so that we may work together for the truth. Friends, here's the deal. Some of us are called to be pastors. Some of us are called to be missionaries in places like Turkey or Indonesia or Africa or Guatemala, South America, those types of places. Some of us have that calling. But some of us are like Gaius, and we're called to support those who go. And we can do that directly by engaging with their need for support. We're going to have some missionaries that are going to be sent here from Cornerstone that we're going to support as a church, but you're going to also have an opportunity to support them personally. And I encourage you to do that. And then we have opportunities to support them as a congregation. And we have 15 to 17, I forget the exact number now, on our missionary support roster, where we're sending money every week, and we're praying for them, or every month we're praying for them, and we're engaging with them. And that's a good thing. Friends, not all of us need the word missionary attached to us in order to be serving the gospel. And here's an example. Again, John says, we ought therefore to show hospitality to such people so that we may work together for the truth. Friends, how are you partnering in what God is doing, not just here at Cornerstone, not just here in Marshfield, but around the world? Are you joining with Him? Or if you're given to the church, that's a part of it. But maybe what else has God equipped you to do to show hospitality, to support the needs of those who are serving Him? You need some help with that? Look me up, and I'd love to connect you to any one of our mission partners. And let's go from there. God bless you, friends. Have a great day, and Lord willing, we'll see you again soon on the Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional.